Page 52, Eine Kleine Nachtmusik, the very famous melody by Mozart. In this lesson, they're introducing you to a new musical symbol now that you get to know from now on forever and ever. It's at the top of the page on page 52. It's called a quarter rest, and it's a squiggly looking thing. Some people say it sort of looks like a bird diving down. It helps to have an imagination. It does. However you remember it is up to you. Now, quarter rest did not always look like this. I'll talk more about that later on future lessons. Right now, that's what a quarter rest looks like. You see, for every note, kind of note, like quarter note, half note, whole note, all those, there is a rest that goes along with it. And the only difference between the note and the rest is what it looks like. The symbol's different. And the fact that a rest, you're quiet. You just don't play anything. Look on the first line of this piece. At the end of the line in the upper staff, you see that quarter rest? Well, the dotted half note in that measure takes up 3 counts because we're in 4/4 time. So the quarter rest is on beat 4. So we have 4 beats total, and you simply are quiet for that one beat. It says lift. Just be quiet for a beat. That's all. So the dotted half note comes up on beat 4. Now let's talk about this music thing and see what we're doing here. I look it over, I see it's a page and a half long, or whatever, it's 5 lines long. Treble, bass, clef, 4/4 time signature, so there's 4 counts in a measure and a quarter note's getting a count. I see dotted half notes, quarter notes, and quarter rests, and a whole note's fine. Remember, the dotted half note is the same as 3 quarter notes. So in 4/4 time, a quarter note gets a count. So a dotted half note would be at 3 counts because it's the same as 3 quarter notes. Let's cover the notes and all that stuff. Right hand starts here on middle C. That puts the hand here. The left hand starts with 3rd finger on the G, and I trust you know the names of these notes in the music. If you don't, keep drilling yourself on that. Play it and say it drill. You play the note, you say the name of it. Forget the rhythm, just play the note, say the name of it over and over and over until these note names are automatic. It's important. But the left hand anyway starts on that G here. That puts the hand here. So we're in this position, I guess. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. And you lift up on 4 because there's a rest there. You have to be quiet. Then you go on, second line, 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea? Let's go over to measure 9. Remember the little numbers at the beginning of the lines and the little boxes? Those are measure numbers. So find measure 9, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. See, there we had a rest on beat 1, so we're quiet for 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. And that's how the quarter rest works. So you go through and make sure you can get the notes and the rhythms okay. You should be able to play this without looking at the keyboard. You got to remember where your hands are and where your fingers are. It's important to develop that feeling of touching the keyboard and what it feels like. Where things are, I should say, and where they are. Now the counting, remember, you're only counting at first to get the rhythm. Once you know what the rhythm is, you don't count it anymore. You just feel this. You feel these pulses inside. So no hesitations anywhere. And then once I got that, I think about the articulation. I'm going to suggest you connect everything here except you have to lift up for the rest. But they give accents. At the beginning, the little arrow under those dotted half notes, an accent. You just play a little louder than you normally would. Just a little more weight. Just a little more weight on that. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. Don't tense up and just relax. Otherwise, connect everything. They've got slurs for you over on page 53. Just pretend everything's slurred together. You don't always lift up before and after a slur anyway. The slur just tells you to connect the notes within the slur, but I'm telling you connect them all. Just lift up for the rest. Then the dynamics, at the beginning it's F, forte, loud. That makes the accented notes very loud for that one note. whatever you think loud is. Now when you get to measure 9, you come down a little bit to mezzo forte, MF, sort of loud. Not quite as, just loud. Just not as loud. And then in the last line, measure 17, you go back up to loud like you were at the beginning. Speed with energy. Well, that's not a speed. You can find all kinds of recordings of this online. You can listen to it if you want. It is a happy piece. It's more like a party piece. Well, you might not want to take it quite that fast. You don't need to. It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's plenty fast. That's good enough. It's just, whatever it is, it's with energy, whatever that means. I need more coffee for that, but we're working on it. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Now, this is after you've learned it. Learn it first and then come back and do the play with me part of this. I'll give us 4 counts. Now I'm not going to do any dynamics, louds and softs, and we'll play it all about the same. I'll try and do the accents, but that's it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1. 4, 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Now, there is a teacher's part for this, so we can do a duet. I'd like to do that. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and I need you to go up on the keyboard an octave. So just pretend the middle C instead of here is up here. And instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. I'll speed it up a little bit, but maybe not full speed yet. And I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, rest. 2, 3.